Hello there guys! For today's video, I'm going to show you how to put a facial hair on face in Photoshop. And also we will dive deeper into using select and mask, using a refine edge tool, and applying selective color. So let's get started! So here in our document, I got here an image of this man, and I also prepare here an asset where we will get our facial hair. So my goal here is to bring his beard onto this man. So the first step we're gonna do here is let's go from the asset that we're gonna use for the beard, and I'm going to create a selection on the beard by using a polygonal lasso tool. So going on to the toolbar, go to the third tool, right click on it, find the polygonal lasso tool. Alright, now let's create a selection even though it's not perfect. Once we already have our selection, I'm going to press V for the move tool and then click and drag it on our original image. And by the way, if you find this video helpful so far, please consider subscribing to help YouTube algorithm show my videos to other nerds like us. Now the next step we're going to do here is we're going to resize this beard. So let's rename this layer as our facial hair. And then with that facial hair layer selected, I'm going to bring out the transformation command by pressing Ctrl plus T. Now I'm going to drag these points in, something like this. So I'm going to adjust the opacity into the amount of 40%, okay, for us to align this properly. So again, let's bring out the transformation command. Okay, so I'm going to align the mouth first, okay, from the lip, okay, and let's decrease the size. I'm going to also use the warp. So once we already have this transformation command, right click on it and then choose warp. Okay. All right. So let's align this one using warp. All right. This seems good to me. Now hit enter. All right. So from that facial hair layer, I'm going to bring back the opacity into the 100%. Okay. So look at that. Now it seems like it's already aligned. Now the next step here is we're going to make use of a select and mask. So I'm going to press Ctrl and hold it and click on the thumbnail of the facial hair layer. The selection is back. And make sure that you're going to also select on that facial hair layer with this selection. And then let's go up and go to select and then choose select and mask. We're going to refine the edges here. Okay, so go to the second tool, right? This one, click on it to decrease the size. By the way, from the view, I'm gonna set this one to red for us to see it clearer. The meaning of red are the ones that won't be selected. So I'm going to remove some selections on the edges of the facial hair. Right, now I'm good with this. Now after that, I'm going to hit OK here, all right? So just select on this. So once I did that, it already create a selection on those facial hair. Now, once we already have this selection, I'm going to add a mask on this layer. Boom, all right? See what happens. We almost removed most of it. All right, so there are still unnecessary things that we still have to remove here. To remove that, I'm going to click on that layer mask of that facial hair layer, then go to the toolbar and find the brush tool. Okay, so the opacity, I'm gonna set that to 80% and use a soft brush. Okay, and then for the foreground, make sure it's black. Okay, and then once set, let's remove those unnecessary parts. So just like this one. All right, now that's way better for me. Now I'm also, with that facial hair layer selected, I'm going to the adjustment layer icon and then choose selective color. And then I'm going to right click on it and choose create clipping mask. Go to the color. So for the cyan, I'm going to adjust this one. Okay, moving to the left because our plan here is to match up the color of the skin from the beard. All right, so this is how I set it. Okay, so from the cyan, I set it to -20, magenta to -14, yellow to 5, and black to 56. All right, so also from the colors, I'm going to choose yellow. So from the yellows, this is how I set it. I set it to cyan 13, magenta to 13, yellow to 38, and black to 48. And not only that, I'm also going to choose whites here. Okay. Alright, so this is how I set the whites. Set the cyan to 33, magenta to 31, yellow to 32, and black to 45. And lastly, let's go to black. Alright, so this is how I set the black. Cyan to 9, magenta to 9, and black to 5. Now let me show you the before and after. So this one is the before, and this one is the after. And that is how to put a facial hair on face in Photoshop.